The divine presence of Spirit is nearer to us than our own breath. Our spiritual journey is guided by the infinite in every moment, no matter that we may forget. Spirit knows, sees, and remembers our perfection. Today we celebrate our oneness in thought, in word, and in action. Good morning. I'm Dean, and I'm your spiritual host for today. Today's reading in the Science of Mind is on page 175 and 176. And when I took a look at it yesterday, it's titled, this section is, "Let Us Not Fool Ourselves." I thought, oh man. There had to be 5 Sundays in April, otherwise this would have gone to the Practitioner next month. So, but I did pull out a few little things in here. We're going to ignore the part about the cube roots and all that stuff. Math is not one of my favorite subjects, so I'm sure that Dr. Michael will pick up where I left off on the cube roots. But one of the most important things is the very first 2 or 3 sentences, and it's, but we should not fool ourselves about any demonstration. We know there is a state of consciousness which can heal instantly. But if we do not arrive at this in a moment, we should never admit defeat. So this is talking about letting things happen in God's time, not our time. Of course, God knows no time, but we talk about God's time anyway. A couple of other things are, there should be some sign of improvement from the first treatment. Again, this goes back to patience and just allowing. I like this one. A man who is always distraught cannot give a good treatment for peace. Duh. The word which carries power is the one which has conviction back of it. And this is something that's really, really, really important in treatment. If you just do your treatments in a monotone, it's hard for God to hear that. So you have to speak with conviction. You have to get the feeling in there. You have to bring this up from your heart, right from your belly. So speak with fire and conviction and feeling and faith. That will make it work. Yesterday, speaking of demonstrations and this kind of thing, yesterday I went out and I circled the vehicle, and I looked to make sure that bumper sticker wasn't on there that Dr. Michael talks about frequently. You know the one, life happens, yeah, that one. It wasn't there. So I went off to breakfast and I started thinking about some stuff, and then I started getting in my stuff. And so I went in to prayer, and I'm usually pretty good at prayer. And if I do say so myself, I'm really good at release. You know, the 5 steps, recognition, unification, realization, thanksgiving or gratitude, and last one is release. So I did my prayer work, and what happened? That release just stuck to me like fly paper. I couldn't get rid of it. It would not let go. It was like it was glued to me. So then I started dwelling on this, and I checked the back of the car again, and there was that damn bumper sticker. Life happens. So by dwelling on this, guess what happened to me? I totally spaced out on a really important practitioner meeting yesterday morning. Life happens. So, but don't beat yourself up over this. Never, never do that. So, just acknowledge it and just move back into the flow and just keep going through your day. So, later in the day, everything was fine. So, and that's the way we want it. So pray, allow, let everything be fine. Trust, and it will be fine. So let's do a little moment of meditation here and stay in that sacred space at the end of the meditation, please, as I move us into prayer. So if you just get comfortable in your chairs and close your eyes if you like. Just relax. Just let us move into that sacred space. That place where God is closer than our hands and feet, our very breath, closer than our very heartbeat. And just stay there for a moment and be still. So just staying in a sacred space as we move within to that place of perfection that I call God. That place where the brightness of God flows into our heart space at the very core of our being. That place where we were touched, where we were touching, listening to the voice of Spirit. So knowing that there is only one truth, one life, one mind, one manifest body, and that is God. Knowing that God is everywhere present in its creation. For God is all there is. No spot where God is not. And just knowing that we're always in perfect unity. Everything is connected. Everything is one. Knowing that there's only one life. No matter where the connection reaches, it is one. It is always in unity. It is always perfect. Whether near or far, great or small, light and dark, living, not living, in form, not in form. There is only one life, one mind, one body. And we are a part of that magnificent experience, expressing individually, uniquely. So I realize that this day is unfolding in perfection, that we give great thanks and great blessings for the food that we are going to receive after service, knowing that it has all been lovingly prepared and it will all be divinely delicious. So I know that the abundance that we experience with this gift of food after service will flow through and continue into all other parts of our life, as each and every one of us knows an abundance of all things bright and beautiful, all things good, all things wonderful. Knowing that prosperity comes into each of our homes, our minds, and our hearts. Knowing that health, wealth, beauty, love, peace, serenity, all of the God qualities are ours to have. Just look with new eyes, find them, see them, realize them. Have faith and trust. So just knowing that everything is good, everything is well, and everything is love. I just give great gratitude, great thanks for this day. The beauty that we're experiencing today, the beauty of fellowship, just knowing that each and every person out there is the face of God. Just turn and look and you will see.